I redact every negative thing I have said about this game. I redact all of it because of this right here. My Totodile is on a chair having coffee with me. Hey guys, okay, so I just want to preface this video by saying that I've watched the trailer a bunch of times since the reveal, and I've grown even more fond of it since then. Now, in my unfiltered reaction, I don't think I was particularly negative, but there were some things that I kind of latched onto that got me in a bad way, but there was plenty of things that I also found positive. So I just want to make it clear that everyone has their own little things that they care about from video games and from Pokemon games in general, and what I value may be very different from what you value. So when I get caught up on something, maybe you're not caught up on it, maybe you're caught up on something else too, and I'm not caught up on that. So really what I'm trying to say is, don't take it too harshly if I sound harsh in the video to certain aspects of the game. I actually am very excited for it, and I definitely think that we need to see what else they have to show us for this game before making any assumptions whatsoever regardless. So that's all. Now you guys go enjoy my unfiltered reaction to Pokemon Legends ZA and my first initial analysis that I did on the stream. Enjoy. All right, here we go. Here we go. So this is the last thing, he said finally. Ah! It's a trailer. Yep, it's Scarlet and Violet's art style. It looks just like Scarlet and Violet. I don't know how I feel about it. But let's see, can they impress me? Ooh, the water looks good. Okay, hold on. Totodile! Wait, 2 Gen 2 Pokemon? Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig? Whoa, wait, the Pokemon's just moving around and fighting. The animations need some work, but this looks kind of cool. Okay, the physics don't look— whoa, wait, what? He just flew with the Rotom phone. Okay, this is in the future, it's not the past. Wait, what? Totodile and Chikorita. Whoa, they're running around. You can see them run around and fight? So that was something that I said the proofs of concept from the teaser were gonna do. The city looks pretty. Hey, it's AZ. There's Zygarde. Okay, wait. That cannot be all they're showing us. Please tell me there's more. Okay, good. They're gonna give us a rundown. Oh, you guys are disappointed? Well, let's see. Okay, this is cool though. The gameplay does look fun. 2 Gen 2 Pokemon, that's so weird. Oh, look how good the water looks though. Like literally guys, just put cell shading over this game and it'll look good. Whoa, he's so tall. Okay, yeah, I figured. These are the big circles we saw. Well, look, there's like cars and stuff. Ooh, that frame rate was bad. Oh, please tell me this is not Scarlet and Violet all over again. Okay, so you can aim and catch. Wow, you just throw your Pokemon. It's kind of a mix of Legends and Scarlet and Violet, the way your Pokemon just like runs around with you and then fights. Yeah, they like run around.
Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas.
Okay, good. We can run around while they do it. Whoa, what? But it looks derpy. Oh, why is Onix so small? Don't tell me they got rid of size scaling again. Please show me a big Pokemon. Why are these big Pokemon so small? Oh god. Late 2025, wow. Why does Legends Arceus look better than Legends ZA? Like, bruv, we are not doing this again. We are not having Gyarados be the same size as your 10-year-old trainer again. Please, Game Freak. This is 2025, and you literally had a game where you size scaled your Pokemon properly. Okay, because AZ is the largest thing in this game. He's literally taller than the Pokemon. That should not be happening. An Onix should not be the same size as a 10-year-old trainer. Can we please get that through Game Freak's thick skulls? They literally did it once before in Legends Arceus. And in Scarlet and Violet, they size scaled them properly. This is such a— it's so immersion breaking for me that I cannot enjoy the games if the Pokemon are not their correct sizes. I can't do it. Yeah, AZ is gonna be bigger than 100% Zygarde at this point, right? Yeah. The foliage looks good. I like the design of the city.
Have one
Looks like there's ladders that we can climb. Right here, you can see that.
this game.
But in the teaser trailer, it showed like a huge Gyarados in the water and a big Dragonair. They got... These have to just be really small size variants, right? They have to be. Please tell me they're just small size variants.
I'm battling not seen.
This is the one thing, like everything else about this game I might be able to live with. But that's the one thing I can't. This looks fun, but it looks bad. Does that make sense? Like, the gameplay sounds fun, but this looks so stale to the eye. I'm not getting eyegasms from looking at this, from looking at these battles. Like Pokemon Legends, Arceus, when you're in the battles, it looks good. Like you got the good angles and whatnot, right? Okay, it's at least taller than him. It's not as bad as I thought, but this is a small Onix.
Attacks.
But why is the Gyarados almost the same size as the Magikarp? Bro! The Gyarados is hardly bigger than the Magikarp it's swimming next to. Excuse me? Oh no. If Charizard is canonically the same size as a human, it should still not be shorter and smaller than a 10-year-old. It's fine if it's the same size as Leon, a full-grown ass adult, right? But your 10-year-old trainer? Should not be smaller. And I'm not nitpicking, I'm looking at every Pokemon that's supposed to be large. And they're all small. Fury13 said this game actually looks mid. Vanny said Onix is 28 feet tall canonically. Thank you. Okay, thank you. This looks cool. Like, the gameplay mechanics of Legend ZA look cool. That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in like looking more into this footage we have and dissecting what exactly we're all going to be able to do. But the city looks cool and fun. They didn't show us different ways of traversing either. Are we going to be on foot the entire time? Because the city looks pretty well developed. Like we saw ladders we could climb. It looks like you got go on rooftops and stuff. You can go indoors. Shadow said plot twist, we can't go inside the building. Wait, no, there's definitely footage of us inside buildings, so I hope... Gosh, I hope so. I hope we can go in the buildings. All right, let's relook at this trailer. Let's dissect it together. All right, so we got the train station. The foliage and all these things looks cute. The graphics of the trainer even doesn't look that great, but I kind of like the clothing styles. It's pretty futuristic and like pretty European, which is cool. We see the car in the back. We see lots of cars in this trailer, which is interesting. These NPCs are standing around, they're not moving. Don't know how I feel about that, but I think we see some walking around later. Anyway, his hairstyle is pretty cool too. These NPCs are also standing around. This guy's just standing there doing nothing. It's a little weird, a little weird. You can see Lumiose Tower, probably from most places in the city. This is a Pokemon Center, it looks like. So we're going to see Pokemon Centers in a Legends game because this doesn't take place in the past. Okay, someone's running. Oh, this is a cool little... Yeah, so there's indoor areas we can see here. This guy looks like Larry. That's pretty funny. So this is a nice little skylight, but where's the lighting? Can we get like a bloom effect here or something, Game Freak? Like just put a bloom effect, put some lighting in your game. This looks so flat. There's shadows cast onto the walls here on this side, but where's some bloom lighting? Like this scene would look good with even like fake bloom lighting. The water looks good. That's something I will give them. The water in every shot that they show water in this game looks genuinely good. And it looks like the wild Pokemon are kind of roaming around the same manner that they did in Scarlet and Violet. And thank goodness, I'm assuming touching them is not going to put you into the battle. You're going to have to initiate the battle. So that in itself is going to be very nice. So even if this game, let's say that this game doesn't perform well like Scarlet and Violet, at least the performance won't be as in our faces because we won't be accidentally touching Pokemon and waiting at least 30 seconds every time to get out of that battle because the frame rate is messing up and the performance is slowing down and chugging every 2 seconds. The foliage does look nice right here. I keep saying that. That's something that I've noticed Game Freak has been improving in general with in their games, is making their foliage look better and better. It's not much, but it is something. Okay, the Sandile go through the sand. That's really cute. I like that. This is a wild area. The wild areas look very tiny. And that's interesting to me because we saw that map get pulled out in the original teaser trailer. In those little circular areas, we were like, okay, those are probably areas where we can fight wild Pokemon. But I didn't think it would be this small. I thought maybe that the map would be bigger than it is, but all right. This building looks pretty good. I like the details on it. Again, the lighting. You know, funny enough, I think the lighting in Scarlet and Violet might have been better. Everything in this game looks so drab. Maybe it's the color palette? What is it about this game? I feel like Scarlet and Violet looked more vibrant than this, right? Am I crazy? This is weird. 2 Gen 2 starters and 1 Gen 5. I'm not mad because I love Gen 2 and Gen 5 is my second favorite, but I'm glad we got Totodile. Totodile is probably going to be my pick. And I assume this means we might get a new form of Feraligatr. And Feraligatr both needs it, and I would love that in general. Same with Tepig, honestly. A new form of Meganium sounds nice, but I already love regular Meganium, so I'm happy either way. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet were more vibrant. Okay, I'm not crazy. I wanted Snivy. Oh, you're right! Snivy is not in the game. Everything about this game is weird to me. The choices that they made. The art, the lack of an art style, the non-size scaling of the Pokemon, the choice of the starters. So this game is off. That's a great word to describe this game so far, is off. There's things that are off about it. And we're finding them by relooking at this trailer right now. On first viewing, it was like, there's something off, right, at every second. But now we're seeing what they were in real time. Okay, the texture of the ground's not too bad right here. I also like how cute Tepig is running. It looks like Tepig's keeping up with us too, which is nice. Okay. And follow Pokemon are back. So we know from the teaser that we're gonna be able to take all 6 of them out at once and have them follow us. So that's at least something. He's on the chair! I take everything I said back. This game, it already has my heart. I redact every negative thing I have said about this game. I redact all of it because of this right here. My Totodile is on a chair having coffee with me. This alone has me sold on the game. I'm so simple. I'm not simple, but I am simple at the same time. Yo, it's things like this. It's things like this that get me. And you know what? This got me. We're sitting in a chair. They're sitting in a chair. And we're having coffee and a pastry together. And look, our trainer is like thinking. Also, the facial expressions are pretty good too. I've noticed that too. I genuinely love the trainer designs too, Robert. I really like them. I like their fashion. Do you go up to the table and press A on the table and then it goes into a scene like this? Are we gonna get like camera angles like this too? I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And there's people dining in the back here as well. Okay, best thing that's in the trailer so far was this. Okay, we're with Chikorita. We're kneeling down. It's the same kneeling animation as Legends Arceus. And you know what? The more that I look at this trainer, look, this pose and animation and it's the same as Legends Arceus. Maybe they are using Legends as a base. Maybe. So okay. This camera angle is boring. Maybe we can control the camera to go down. Okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can control the camera to go down a bit. But if the angle is always from this higher angle, which it is in all of the fighting footage we've seen so far, I'm going to be very sad because it looks bland. It doesn't look dynamic. Very interesting. Okay, so you still have to aim and throw. It's not like Legends Arceus where you can press a button to just throw the Pokeball. But what happens is you can battle it and it'll stay still when you battle it and have the stars above its head for you to for you to aim and throw. Interesting. Oh, they did a cheer together. Okay, so this is cool. What? You go in here and it's like gonna zap you up. So this futuristic technology. Okay, that's how you get on the roofs. I'm kind of disappointed by that because now it's giving that we're not gonna have traversal with Pokemon. Right? If this exists, Maybe it's not so open. Like, are we not gonna be able to just like jump up here with a Pokemon or something later? Let's keep going. Okay, wait, your trainer can jump up ledges. Okay. That's actually more maneuverability for the trainer themselves than we've ever seen. Look, he just hopped up this. That's nice. Okay, so it's given a little bit of Legend of Zelda. Oh, and he's jumping down. Okay, that's right. And you have this like Rotom phone to fly across. So this is interesting. I like it. But I hope that this isn't the full extent of our traversal. Does that make sense to you guys? I like that the trainer themselves has more agency. I like that he can hop up ledges. I like that he can jump from building to building with his Rotom phone. Like, your trainer's kind of a badass, right? I like that. But I'm also hoping that we get ways to traverse with our Pokemon. The skies have also been very empty in all this footage, which has me a bit worried. But we'll see. That's something they might add within the next 9 months. Maybe. They have about, what, like 4 or 5 months of development left. So there is things that they could add. There's not gonna be much that they can add at this point. The game is pretty much finished, and they got to start doing marketing and all that, and getting the game platinum and distributed and manufactured. But, so this is a trainer battle. Look at us all run from the Tepig. That's so funny. Now, if we had a dynamic camera like this in the battle, please give us like a toggle for that or something. I would like that, because these angles look good for the fights, but it's the angles that they show when we're actually in gameplay that don't look great. Wait! Oh, dodge roll! Dodge roll! There is a dodge roll! Okay, Robert was right. Robert said that they saw a dodge roll in here, and there is one. Look at that. And it's during the fight? Or is this outside of the battle? No, this is outside of the battle, because look, our Lucario's following us. Maybe. That's pretty cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. You said you want a paraglider? I think the Rotom phone is our paraglider. And it's better because it goes like kind of straight across instead of down. I think that's kind of cool. This scene gives me a little more hope. We did a dodge roll. And this attack looks pretty cool. Well, look at the expression on our trainer's face. So this must be in the battle, because remember Legends Arceus, when you're in the battle, your trainer changes their face to look more like this. Look at the, like, all the greenery on these buildings. The art direction is nice. Maybe not the art style, but the art direction, because this is very pretty in concept. What makes a Legends game is that there's action mechanics. For the most part, it looks like they didn't remove any mechanics, though, because the Pokemon could attack us. We have a dodge roll. And the only thing that we haven't seen so far rewatching this trailer is throwing out your Pokemon to gather resources or break things or whatever, right? But let's see what else we might find. Okay, I really like the interior design. This music's not bad either. Character designs are still on point. Yeah, I agree, Mike Jacks. The Pokemon feel so textureless. That's interesting you say that, because you're right. They don't look like they're as textured as they were in Scarlet and Violet. Maybe it's... Yeah, look, why is there no texture on them? Is there textures on them in Scarlet and Violet? I swear there are. Okay, so it's the Pokemon Center. And you just kind of walk in. There's no separate door or anything that opens. Looks kind of drab in there. I feel kind of bad for Nurse Joy. Whoa, look at the construction. And there's a ladder that we can climb. This Pokemon's up there. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay, so this I'm curious about. Why are they talking to like a cyber person? Is that a gameplay aspect that we're going to be able to partake in too? I'm very curious about that. All right, these Pokemon, they don't look like they have size variations. They all look like they're the same as each other. I want to see some shots of Pokemon next to each other and see if they have size variations. We can see another Pokemon Center in the back here. Another Pokemon Center there. Lots of Pokemon Centers. Oh, look at all the little notes on the cafe. That's cute.
And Totodile.
The water in this game looks so good. Who am I choosing? I am choosing Totodile. But this water looks really good. I will give them that. And these rock textures right here in particular look very good. And again, the foliage looks decent. But yeah, there's no texture on the Pokemon. Why does Totodile not have scales or something, or like some sort of texture to his skin. Because I swear he did in Scarlet and Violet.
Choose what is yelling.
I like these character designs a lot.
When you arrive,
Oh, so AZ runs the hotel.
Lumios's
Interesting.
redevelop-
Quasartico. So it's not just called Quasar anymore. Interesting. I just wish it wasn't so this color palette wasn't so drab. Like this is a very muted blue color. The sky isn't giving a big light onto the scenery, you know, there's no flourish. Even this hologram isn't emanating an aura. It just is there. I don't know.
and Pokemon.
Okay, I like the way that this lake looks pretty natural in here. That's kind of new for them, because even in Scarlet and Violet, which I think had their most natural looking entrances to bodies of water, this looks better than that. Oh, we always have a map up here on our top left too. I'm hoping this is like Legends Arceus where we can toggle the UI off, because the UI in Scarlet and Violet really bothered me. Oh, something else I'm curious about. Legends Arceus, you had the rule of thirds when you were on the screen of your character was always off center, and I liked that. It makes everything look more dynamic. But Scarlet and Violet had your character dead in the center at all times of the camera, which I think looked less dynamic. So let me look at a shot of our character walking. It looks like they're centered, which is kind of disappointing because it looks less dynamic that way. This UI down here, you can see all of your Pokemon at once. Remember Legends Arceus, you could only see like 3 at once. So this is technically better. Interesting. So the attacks are put on 4 buttons and there's a cooldown. Look, this is a cooldown meter.
Use its moves.
Interesting. So it's like real-time combat. It's like Xenoblade combat. As bad as I think this battle system looks visually, it is still visually better than the battles in Xenoblade. To me. Because at least the things are acting and reacting to each other as they attack each other, whereas in Xenoblade they don't really.
The fact.
Are you always locked on like this, or did they press to lock on?
Titles.
It looks like it locked on automatically, which is kind of disappointing too, because that means we might not be able to change the camera angle. That's probably why it's locked to look like this.
Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect.
It's very real time. Moves have a long or shorter reach.
So choose your
And it still hit the Tepig even though it was running around. Huh.
timing and
Our Lucario put up a shield. There's a run away button right here. Okay, right here. You can see the running away icon. It's the minus button. But you're in a trainer battle, so you can run away from the trainer battle? That's weird. All right, so here we're on a rooftop. There's like a little bridge right here. That's interesting. Stealth Rock is activated, and it's on... Oh, you can see the little Stealth Rocks on the screen. That's interesting too. Okay, and it's like Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, and that like everything is on these like on the sides, so everything keeps moving at a faster pace, which is nice. I really appreciate that. So you use the D-pad to select the Pokemon. So the speed stat's really gonna matter? Yeah, and I assume each move is gonna have different speed stats to them too. Looks like we're gonna be gathering little Zygarde bits, just like the Unknown and the Spiritome spirits in Legends Arceus. Mike Jack said, it's frustrating because why do Pokemon games always have to have some sort of asterisk with them? That's what I was saying earlier. Why can't we just have good things and just have it be just good things? Why do there have to be bad things associated with every new game? Except Legends Arceus. Like Legends Arceus had very few, if any, drawbacks. But this game, it's like for every step forward, it seems like there's also steps back. And that's such a recurring thing with the Pokemon franchise lately. And I don't get it. The skybox doesn't look as snatched as PLA's, right? The skybox does not look that great in this game, which is sad. Even Scarlet and Violet, I feel like, had a better skybox. The skybox from the game we're currently looking at, Legends EA, and this is a skybox from Legends Arceus. This looks way better. The lighting is better. The clouds are stylized. The way the light goes from the sky and hits the environment looks better. And look, this is what I was telling you about, how the character is slightly off center in Legends Arceus. They're not in the center. This is an actual gameplay still. This looks better to have your character slightly off center, especially for an action game, because you can see what's in front of them better and it looks more dynamic. but this is the skybox in ZA. And when you're playing as your character in regular gameplay, see your character is centered as you run, which just doesn't look as good. It's not as dynamic. You can't see what's directly in front of them as well because of that. And the only times that your character is not centered in this trailer is when they're in a battle, which is it's whatever. But this angle, this upward looking down angle is also really bad if you ask me. It looks very not dynamic. It looks very flat, very drab, very boring. Netweed said SV could look beautiful at times. I agree with that. Matter of fact, I think in a lot of spots SV looks better than this game because of the color palette. I'm pretty sure that's what we're seeing here. SV had a more vibrant color palette, and while I feel like the architecture, the characters and everything in this game looks better, having this drab color palette is really making me not able to enjoy it nearly as much. And because the whole game takes place in one place, it all takes place in the city, that means the whole game is going to be us looking at this drab color palette of these bricks, of this like very non-vibrant greenery around. There's no bloom lighting, there's no light. It feels like there's no light hitting the assets from the skybox, which makes no sense to me. Like, nothing looks dynamic in this game. That's my issue with it visually. And the gameplay is half and half. Some things about it seem very exciting. I don't know how I feel about it, chat. How would you rate this game so far? If this game were to come out today in its current form, my score out of 10 for this game, I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10 just because that one scene where we're having coffee with the Pokemon at the table. That really won an extra point for me. Vanny gave it a 6 out of 10. Vanny! Wolfie Red said 3 out of 10. Matt Holmes said 6. Reploid said 6 or a 7. Netweed said 5 out of 10. Kappa said, I'm a hater with an open mind. 5 out of 10. Robert said 8 out of 10. Okay, so Robert, the Blooming said 6 out of 10. Real-time battling brought me up from a 4 out of 10. Interesting, so you like the cooldown real-time battle system. Okay. Space Nerd said, am more or less happy with it, as I said, like 7.5 out of 10. Far better than I felt about Scarlet and Violet. Hope they improve it more. I hope they improve it more too. That's a pretty good score though. 7.5 out of 10, not bad. The average score seems to be about a 6 out of 10. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 myself. So looks like we're mostly in agreement. It could improve if there's something they haven't shown us in this trailer that's just so cool that we will see in a future trailer. But so far, the game looks mid to me. It definitely doesn't look as fun as Legends Arceus. It doesn't look as good as Legends Arceus visually either. It looks a little bit better than Scarlet and Violet, but there's also drawbacks to that too, because the lighting doesn't look as good as Scarlet and Violet, and the color palette isn't as good as Scarlet and Violet. The gameplay definitely looks more fun than Scarlet and Violet. 100%. That's not a high bar. I think Scarlet and Violet just has pretty bad gameplay in general, but there could be something that I don't know yet about it. And it might feel better to play it than it does to look at it. Even if this game turns out to be fun, I can already tell you based on what we're seeing, I'm not going to like it as much as Arceus. However, this might turn out to be one of my favorite Pokemon games on Switch, which again is not a very high bar. Really only Legends Arceus is up there. And then everything else is like so far down beneath it. But this one might at least find a mid place in between those, under Legends Arceus, but above all the rest in my fun factor of how much I enjoy a game. But it's going to come down to a few things. They have to size scale the Pokemon properly, or else I'm going to be raging the entire playthrough. And they got to fix the lighting. That's not a requirement, but they got to fix the lighting because this looks so drab. And if the entire time as a player we're looking at drab scenery, there's going to be a subconscious lack of enjoyment in the back of our brains because we want to experience something vibrant as Nintendo gamers, right? And as Pokemon gamers, especially for a game of this style. That's my personal take. Maybe you want something more serious. This definitely has a more serious look to it, but at the same time it doesn't because the character models are pretty cartoony. I don't know, it's such a weird juxtaposition. But that's gonna do it for my reaction and analysis. If you guys want to see more videos from me, go ahead and click either of the ones right in front of you on the screen or in the description or in the comment section. I've been JotoJohnny, and I will catch you all in the next one.